Hello, everybody. Here is a fun fact about me. I am an avid reader. I've actually memorized my favorite book of all time, the Judy Blume classic, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. By a round of applause, who's read it before? For those of you who haven't, like you, and you're in for a treat. Because I am going to recite it to you in its entirety. Starting now. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. By Judy Blume. Published 1970, Simon & Schuster. This book is dedicated to my mother. Chapter 1. Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. Followed by 225 pages of silence. For those of you not laughing, that's my atheist joke. Full disclosure, I am not an atheist, I am Jewish. And I'm going to get real for a second. I hated growing up Jewish for lots of reasons. One of them was I had to wear a yarmulke all the time. First time I took it off. Another reason was we kept kosher, which meant I never had bacon until I went to college. Yeah, thank you, that sounded so sincere. It was in college I realized, how can we be called the chosen people if we weren't chosen to eat bacon? I also realized bacon makes everything better, like eggs, lettuce and tomato sandwiches, Hebrew national hot dogs, and blowjobs. Yeah, hear me out on this one. That's why they make bacon-flavored condoms. Look, I am not opposed to ever sucking dick, but I'd be more apt to do it if I knew it was going to taste like bacon. Where do we go from there? Well, I'm going to tell you, I had to have a very difficult conversation with my best friend several weeks ago. I had to tell him that his daughter is doing porn. Yeah. After I showed him the clips on Pornhub, things got even more uncomfortable. He actually started crying in front of me and then attempted to punch a hole in his wall. As that was going on, all I could think of was, man, I'd probably react the same way if I discovered my 18-year-old daughter was making way more money than me. All right. I was recently down in Columbia, South Carolina. As I was checking into my hotel, I had to give the woman at the front desk my driver's license. She's like, oh, you're from Michigan, you're a northerner. I could have sworn that you're a southerner. Let me tell you, that was the rudest way anyone has ever called me fat. I'm going to tell you guys about my teenage nephew. He recently announced to the family that he's joining the Army. Not because he's patriotic and wants to serve this great country. No, he's joining because he kicks ass at Call of Duty. And pretty much completes every mission on the first try. He figures with mad skills like that, he'll become a national hero in no time. I'm going to tell you that I've never been more proud that I am no longer the dumbest member in my family. However, they still consider me a massive screw-up. Biggest thing I've ever screwed up doing was when I tried killing myself when I was 16. It's about to get dark. Let me paint the picture for you. I stood on the table in the center of my bedroom, tied the rope to a light fixture attached to the ceiling, placed the noose around my neck, and I jumped. Instead of meeting my maker, I met the floor head first, bringing down the light fixture and part of the ceiling. My mom definitely heard the loud crash because she ran upstairs, barged into my room, and had this look of concern on her face as she stared at me and the damage that I inflicted upon the house. After several long seconds, she yelled, "Robert, if you didn't quit Boy Scouts, you would have gotten your rope time merit badge." And would have been able to finish what you started. Now get your ass up off the floor and help me clean up your mess. You look pretty distraught over that. I just want to let you know I'm joking. I'm just messing with you. My mom never offered to help. I normally end with that joke, but you guys seem pretty cool. So I'm going to end with something a little less dark, something lighter, something that will make us all smile. I'm going to tell you guys about the third time I ever had sex. I know what you're thinking, bro, why don't you tell us about the first time? Well, that would be a quick joke. So this happened back in college, and I hooked up with this really cute punk rock girl I met at a party. One thing led to another, and that led us back to her dorm room. As soon as we got there, clothes started flying off. After she ripped off her bra, because back then I had no idea how to unclasp one, I saw something that disgusted me. A swastika tattoo to her left breast. Now, I was 18 years old, and I really wanted to touch those boobs, along with other parts of her body. But I also started thinking I should probably get out of here. This is not going to end well. My dick had other thoughts. It was like, bro, we don't know if this is ever going to happen again. We're going to stay here. We're going to do it. And then after an appropriate amount of cuddling and small talk, we're going to go back to our dorm room and feel guilty about this, because that's what we're good at. I couldn't argue with my dick's logic. So I walked over the bed, got on top of her, and we started making the sweet love. 45 seconds later, a new record, I exploded inside of her. And as I was rolling off, our eyes locked. She then smiled and said, "What are you thinking about?" To which I replied, "I bet when you chant 'fuck the Jews' at your little rallies, this isn't what you were imagining." My name's Robert Schneider, thank you.